How's it going, guys? Just out here tonight, doing a few errands, a few chores, and there was something on my mind that I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you guys about. There's a lot of debate back and forth with gun control, with the upcoming election year, and that sort of thing. And I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about something that is often just not discussed. And the reason that a lot of the political issues are up before us the way that they are is for the simple fact that this nation has forgotten its history. It is a sad reality that the public indoctrination system, is about all you can call it, does not teach the history of this country. They do not teach the foundational principles of this country because they're seen as offensive. And there's been some things that have happened lately that highlight that. We've seen the controversy over the first flag of our nation. Literally the Betsy Ross flag, the very first flag that ever flew over this nation. There's controversy over it because of I don't know what you want to call him. You can't call him an athlete, an idiot maybe. What he had said about it, and of course it just blew up all over social media and that sort of thing. But it just highlights the fact that so many people out there do not understand the history of this country, and that is a real danger for us. As gun owners, as Americans, it is a very real danger. The biggest mistake, one of the biggest mistakes that we ever made as a nation is to allow the government to educate our kids and then not ensuring that they got a quality education. It's an absolute tragedy. It is something that has been harmful to our country. We seen a while back all of the controversy over the Confederate flag. A flag that had nobody ever really thought nothing about of it until just recent years. You know, how many of you guys out there grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzard when you were kids? I know I did. You know, and that flag was there, the General Lee. You know, that was just something that was always around. It's part of what I grew up as, part of, you know, like a lot of that you grew up with as well. And of course, say what you want back and forth, but the fact is, that was just one thing that highlighted the fact that this country has forgot its history. And that combined with the hatred for the Betsy Ross flag, again, proves it. And it not only proves the fact that we've forgotten our history, it also proves the fact that there are some people that just outright hate this country. Some people that are citizens of this country that just outright hate it. And it is a real shame. And I think that it's about time that we started to take the time to investigate these things for ourselves. We take the time to make sure that our kids get a proper understanding about why our country is the way that it is. They need to be taught why the Founding Fathers did what they did. They need to talk about the tools that they used. And why the Second Amendment, as well as all of the amendments, are important. The writings of the Founding Fathers are just unapologetic about why they did what they did. But the reality is, if you ask anybody, most of these kids these days, what they can tell you about the Founding Fathers, it's very little. There's videos out there all over the internet where people are going into these Ivy League schools and just asking basic civics questions to these Ivy League students, and you know, Harvard, Yale, places like that, and they can't answer them. Okay, questions like who won the Civil War, basic stuff, and it's sad, but that's where we are as a nation. And the only way that it is going to change, and the only way that it's going to get better, is if we are the ones that change it. You know, beginning in the home, we need to educate ourselves. Then we need to make sure that our kids are educated as well. Okay, you know, that's just the reality. That's what we've got to do. Anyways, guys, let me hear from you. What are your thoughts? I think in the future, future couple of videos, I'm actually going to talk about a few books that are favorites of mine. And in school, it's something I want to throw out there too. When I was in school, I hated history. I just absolutely hated it. But now, I love it. And the reason is because I've read real history. I read beyond what they tried to teach in school and actually started understanding it, started seeing why things were the way that they were, and it just opened up a whole new world for me. But anyways, guys, let me hear from you. What are your thoughts? What steps are you taking in your own household to ensure the future of our country? What steps are you taking to teach your kids about the past? But let me hear from you guys down in the comments below. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay free, stay armed, and stay free. You know, the reason that we need to teach our kids about the history of this country, because if we don't teach them about the mistakes of the past, they're doomed to repeat them. It's that simple. Thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description, and we'll see you next time.